Hey YouTube, Shuquin Shinobi here with a new Transformers review, this time of Revenge of the Fallen Scout Class Scattershot. This is very reminiscent of the Scattershot found in Transformers Cybertron. Scattershot was a favorite character of mine, mostly because he kind of came off as a total geek. But Cybertron Defense Scattershot was a very cool mold and a very cool character, so I'm glad they're kind of bringing Scattershot back. He's kind of a mix between animated Sentinel Prime and then Scattershot. So he's really interesting and a really interesting take on the character. You can kind of check him out here. Robot mode. It kind of looks a bit demented, but that's okay. And anti-aircraft truck mode, which is kind of awkward because you don't really have anti-aircraft trucks that often. But anyway. Time for the bio. Scattershot, Autobot. Scattershot usually finds surprise attacks upsetting, if only because they interrupt whatever careful plans he's laid out. Chaos bugs him like nothing else, and nothing is as chaotic as unplanned battle. Still, he can't help but laugh as Divebomb helplessly dodges his fire. Little does he suspect, but a second Decepticon is sneaking up from behind. Skystalker. Fun. I still need to buy Skystalker, but that's okay. Anyway, really cool mold, I suspect. So let's go ahead and take a look and see if my suspects are right. Alright, so here we have Scattershot out of package and in robot mode, seeing how that's how he's packaged. That's where we'll start. He isn't, like I said, he's an homage to Cybertron Scattershot, actually. And it's rare that we get homages to things that aren't G1. And so it's really nice for a change, especially considering Scattershot was one of my favorite characters in Cybertron. Both mold-wise, his Scout class mold was really nice, and then when he got his upgrade to Cybertron Defense Scattershot, that was one of the best Voyager molds in that entire line, in my opinion. So I'm really happy that a character like Scattershot got an update, I guess, or a revisioning, or whatever you want to say. And he's definitely Scattershot. You wouldn't be able to really tell by his head. His head looks kind of very grimish and not exactly Scattershot to me. But the rest of the mold, particularly the chest area, the side panels here, the fact that he's toting two guns permanently, they do not come off. They are attached onto here. So he's definitely Scattershot. And articulation wise, he's got basically full typical articulation, ball joint at the shoulders, elbow right here. His head is on a ball joint, but it's restricted by the way his neck is, so there really isn't that much articulation there. He can look up and down. And then there is, I guess it's kind of a ankle articulation, I guess, down there, but it makes posing a little bit weird. Knee joint, and then ball joint at the hip, and a mid-chest swivel. So he's got pretty much all the typical Scout class articulation, and he's really nice. You can pull off some fairly fun things. The only problem being is if he was shooting something from this angle, he wouldn't be able to see it. He's kind of got a wall there, but you could definitely have some fun with this guy. And I can't wait to do the photos for him. I actually haven't yet, so I apologize. Anyway, transformation. It's fairly straightforward and fairly simple. His legs connect right here, and then fold and fold out. This kind of makes his little snow shovel, cow catcher, I'ma wreck you punting device. However you want to call it. And then these come out right here. There's pegs right here and then holes right here under the wheels that connect when you're in robot mode, so he doesn't start flailing around everywhere. So that kind of all just levels out. So these will go like this. Flatten those out. bring this down a little bit just so it doesn't really hinder you at all. Flatten those out. There's a peg and a hole, so just kind of line those up like so. Line up the doors to the back of the truck. Then bring that entire front section forward, and you'll be able to tell where it's where it goes in relation to everything else. And then you just have the difficult task of trying to get all of his panels to line up properly, which I have trouble with. Actually, I'm never really good at lining up panels on Transformers. So that's probably about as good as I'm gonna get. Fold his guns around like so, and then his hands fold up against the back of the truck here. And there we go, we've got Scattershot in vehicle mode. He's an anti-aircraft truck according to the bio, which is kind of weird, but he's definitely Scattershot-ish. Both Scattershots are both kind of tank-like things, so it's weird seeing him as a truck. But I don't know why I can never get that to line up straight. But it's very noticeably Scattershot. He's armored. These X things were prevalent on the Cybertron defense mold. The front grill-like area is very much like the tank mode in the original Scout class toy. So it kind of merges everything together, but gives them yet an entirely new alt mode. So I thought that was really neat. And it's a nice fresh take on a really favorite character of mine, so I'm glad it was made. I like the Cybertron ones a little bit better myself, mostly because it's the original character, and I liked him better as a tank. But I'm really glad this exists. I highly recommend it. The toy's really fun, and it's just a nice fresh take on a really, really interesting character. So check out the photo gallery for this guy at flickr.com/photo/ShukenShinobi. And of course, keep up to date at my blog at shukenshinobi.wordpress.com. So until next time, please rate, comment, subscribe, take care, and have a great day. Transform and roll out.